You probably think you're good with money. Maybe you budget, maybe you invest, maybe you avoid obvious mistakes. But here's the shocking truth. Your brain is tricking you. Thinking you're smart with money doesn't mean you actually are. In fact, believing you're financially savvy can be one of the biggest obstacles to real financial growth. Today, we're going to explore the psychological traps that make even intelligent, disciplined people lose money, and how you can start seeing through them. Let's begin with overconfidence, one of the most powerful biases in human psychology. Overconfidence makes you believe your decisions are better than they actually are. It's why people trade stocks too frequently, take unnecessary risks, or hold on to losing investments because they know it will bounce back. Overconfidence isn't arrogance, it's an unconscious illusion. Your brain measures past successes and assumes future ones will follow, ignoring hidden factors and randomness. This mental shortcut might feel safe, but it quietly costs you money. Now, consider confirmation bias. Once you decide you're smart with money, your brain starts filtering information to support that belief. You notice the times you made a good trade or avoided a bad purchase, but you overlook or rationalize mistakes. This selective perception reinforces the illusion of competence. You feel in control, but in reality, your blind spots are growing. The more you believe in your financial intelligence, the less likely you are to question your decisions. Here's a small experiment you can try. Take the last 3 financial decisions you were proud of, maybe a stock, a purchase, or a budgeting move. Now, try to analyze them critically. Were they truly smart, or were you lucky? Were there risks you ignored? Chances are at least one of them involved luck disguised as skill. Our brains love to reward patterns and stories, even when outcomes are random. Recognizing this is uncomfortable, but it's the first step toward real financial clarity. Another trap is mental accounting. You might think you're careful with money because you separate spending into categories: groceries, entertainment, investments. But this separation can backfire. Your brain convinces you that overspending in one category is okay because another category is under budget. The result? You overspend overall, and your perception of being smart with money remains intact. It's a classic psychological loophole, and it happens to almost everyone. Let's talk about social comparison. You see your friends or colleagues making certain financial choices and feel confident you are doing better, or worse, you feel smarter by not following trends. Social proof heavily influences your sense of competence. Your brain is wired to compare, to compete, and to validate its own intelligence against others. But this can lead to hidden mistakes, missed opportunities, unnecessary risks, or guilt-driven spending. Even when you think you're immune, your brain subtly adjusts your behavior to fit perceived social norms. Now let's discuss a subtle but powerful factor: the illusion of control. Many people overestimate their influence over uncertain outcomes. You might think you can time the market, predict the next crypto boom, or pick the right investment by intuition. In reality, most outcomes are far more random than we admit. Your mind interprets patterns where none exist. Believing you're smart makes it even harder to accept uncertainty, and that illusion can silently drain your resources over time. So, how do you counteract these traps? Start with awareness. Recognize that overconfidence, confirmation bias, mental accounting, social comparison, and the illusion of control exist in your mind. Next, implement systems that reduce reliance on intuition. Automatic savings, preset investment plans, and budget tracking remove the guesswork and prevent hidden mistakes. When decisions are guided by structured systems rather than ego, your financial outcomes improve, even if your brain still believes you're smarter than you are. Another practical step is seeking feedback from unbiased sources. Talk to mentors, use objective tools, or consult professionals. Not for advice, but to check your blind spots. The goal is not to shame yourself, but to see reality clearly. Smart people aren't those who never make mistakes. Smart people are those who recognize them and adjust before they compound. A mini exercise you can try. Keep a journal of financial decisions for the next month. For each decision, write down the reasoning behind it, potential risks, and whether luck played a role. At the end of the month, review honestly. How many decisions were influenced by overconfidence or illusion? How many were truly intentional and informed? This practice trains your brain to spot cognitive traps in real time. Remember, your mind is not broken. It's evolved to make fast decisions, prioritize survival, and reward stories over numbers. Financial markets and modern money behavior are new challenges for an old system. Overconfidence and the illusion of intelligence are not flaws. They're natural tendencies. The trick is learning to work with your brain instead of against it. Awareness, systems, and reflection are your tools. By embracing these strategies, you can align your perception with reality. You'll stop confusing luck for skill, stop rationalizing mistakes, and start making consistent, smarter choices. And the beauty of psychology is that this applies universally. It's not about wealth level, education, or income. It's about understanding how the human brain interacts with money. Finally, remember this. Thinking you're smart with money can feel comforting, but comfort is not the same as competence. True financial intelligence comes from curiosity, reflection, and willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Every moment you notice a bias, pause a decision, or question an assumption, you reclaim control from your mind's illusions. That's real power. The takeaway is simple. Your brain wants to make you feel smart even when it's not serving you. By recognizing the hidden psychological traps, implementing simple systems, and practicing honest reflection, you'll finally start to align perception with reality. Money mistakes will still happen, because no one is perfect, but they'll no longer surprise you. Awareness turns illusions into insight, and insight turns control into freedom. Next time you feel confident about your financial intelligence, pause and ask, am I really smart, or is my brain fooling me again? Awareness is the first step, and every conscious decision afterward compounds your financial wisdom.